All right. Welcome to the weekly EliteFx meeting. Okay, so we were talking about Bitcoin. So, based on now I'm on my market maker chart. Yeah, I'm on market maker chart. So based on the 3 pushes, we got this one push, then we got this second push, then we got this third push. So, so this push may not be as strong. Now it didn't, well, let me take that back because it did push up. It did give our peak formation right here, right? And it sold, but I think it may come back. So it may just be, it may or may not. I don't know yet. We don't know, right? So if let me do it from here. Let me just mark up a. So I don't know if it's going to, now based on the daily, right? I'm looking, let me go to the weekly, see if I see anything different. So the weekly gave a bullish order block. Let's see what the monthly gave. Okay, the monthly gave a bearish order block. And let me move, hold on, let me move all the fibs out of the way. Okay, so the monthly gave a bearish order block. The weekly gave a bullish order block. So even with the monthly being bearish, we may get a pullback, right? And I'm just going to put that there. So we may get a pullback to this zone. So now if I go to the weekly, if I go to the weekly, this is the bullish, we got a pullback. So it may possibly push back up. This is looking like it's probably going to start consolidating between this order block and this order block. So you may get a push back up before the fall. Now that's on the weekly. Now on the daily, I'm just looking at just here. We had this pullback, then we had this break of structure. We got this pullback. Is it going to give a second push? Is it going to pull back and then possibly give a third? So it may push back up to this zone. And I'm just basing that off the daily because my thought process would be if it pulled back into this order block, then it should have sold, right? But it did not. It broke, it pushed up, it pulled back into this order block. And instead of respecting this order block and pushing down, it violated that order block, broke this high, and now it's pulled back. So we don't know if it's going to pull back into this imbalance here to then sell and give a whole head and shoulders, or if it's going to give us 3 pushes to the top and then sell. All I know is it's creating lower highs and lower lows. So we should be expecting a sell in the near, a sell in the near future. So we just got to figure out how it's going to play out.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So, because it tapped into this order block and did not break this low. It gave us a daily wick. It wicked those lows. So again, it could start pushing up again, like I said, maybe into this imbalance. To then continue selling down, or maybe push up to, I don't see anything up here that it needs to mitigate. So if it pushed up, it might come back up to this here and up to back up to this trend line and then sell. So we just don't know. Now, if it breaks this low right here, then I would definitely be expecting price to buy back up. If it breaks this low before, or this low before pulling back into here, I would definitely be expecting price to pull back to one of these two zones and then sell. But if it doesn't break this low, then I would be expecting price to continue pushing up, back up to this zone before the sell. Just looking at structure. So even if it pushed up here and pulled back, if it didn't break that low, then we'll still be looking for the buy. And I don't know how to count Bitcoin pips, so 964, I think. I think that's 900 pips. I don't know. But yeah. So I would say if there was a daily bullish order block, then I would look for the buy up to at least up to here for now. Like if you get a bullish, well, there's a bullish 4-hour, but there is a order block here. So price could tap into there and then sell. So I would say if you get a break above this zone here, then I would look for the buy up to this order block or even these highs. But right now, it's creating, although this did break, we saw that this was structure, but this could just be pulling back to that's already been tapped into, maybe to fill that imbalance before going back up. That makes sense.
The last one you said that was tapped into?
Well, I was looking at the institutional candle.
Yeah,
So
okay.
that's right, this institutional candle here. But if I go down but if I look at it from the 4-hour, there was still imbalance left between here and here.
Okay.
So price could come back in there. Or if I go down to if I go down to a lower time frame, there's an order block here. If I go down to the 1-hour, it could be coming back to retest this whole break. The price never came back to retest.
Yeah.
So I'll just leave that there. And then if I go down to the 15-minute, There is, there's an order block here. There's unmitigated price action here. And then there's an order block there. So we don't know how far. Let me go back up to the high time, bigger time frame. And what we just marked, oh, right here. So we don't know if it's going to push down first and then push back up, or if it's going to push up first and then push back and then start pushing down.
Right. What lot size would you suggest for a Bitcoin with the $300 account?
I would suggest not to trade it because they take the not the spread, but the Bitcoin count. I would say start out with 0.01 and see
Yeah.
what to see what it gives you. But I would definitely wait, because if I'm looking at the 4-hour and I'm identifying structure, right? That's what we always do. We want to always identify the last swing. So everything in here, of course, is in the middle, right? So I would say either wait for price to come back up here or wait for price to come down here. As you can see, these dotted lines was a quarter level that I probably marked up a long time ago.
Yeah.
So I would say either wait for it to come here and then trade it back up to the zone, or wait for it to come up here and then trade it down. My spidey senses is saying wait for it to come up here because it's creating lower highs and lower lows. So you want it to pull back to create another lower high to then sell it down to here.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I would say. Since this is our last swing, maybe the 88. That's a there's an imbalance here. Let me go to the daily right quick. The 88, that's part of that imbalance. So it probably may go up to this, or did I? Oh yeah, I didn't mark it up right. Okay. So the 88, it may go up to this zone here. And then start selling. So yeah, I would definitely wait for, if it's gonna buy, of course, you want to wait for it to break these highs up here. Pull
Okay.
back, and for the, those 1, 2. So you might get one more push up here. So yeah, I would wait for it to either break here, pull back, and maybe it'll give a peak formation or something right here, and then push up to the 88. Might even push up even more. So yeah, I would wait a little bit, but I do, for some reason, I think it's gonna push up to, I had this alert right here, to this, or maybe it'll push up to this order block and then sell. But I would definitely set an alert at this 4-hour order block to see if it starts breaking structure to the downside. And again, there's an order block here, 4-hour order block here. So you just don't know what it's going to do. I would definitely probably wait till, um, and what I'm seeing is based on our market maker cycle, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, like we said, we had the 1 push, the 2 push, the 3 push. So this could be the M push back up here to give us the formation to then drop. I can see that. I can see this pushing back up into this zone to give us our peak formation and then drop and then sell. So I don't know what it's going to do, but just looking at from what I know, from what I see, um, a weekly bullish order block. We got a pullback. Let's see, was that the 78? Based on the weekly order block that tapped into the 78. So, um, this, yeah, this one's 50-50. That's 50-50 for me. Let me see, daily. Go to the daily. $78. Yeah, I don't know. And I'm saying I don't know because this could be, like I said, a head and shoulders,
Yeah.
or um, or we could be expecting, based on market structure, or yeah, I would wait on this one.
Yeah. And Bitcoin moves fast too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. And then this imbalance, this impulse move down and this imbalance just may be the sign for to come up and sell. So yeah, I would definitely wait for more confirmation. Mm-hmm. Especially being that it's in the final push of the higher time frame move. I would definitely wait for confirmation. So how's everybody's trading been? Who's on here? Let me see. Oh, it's a lot of people. Hey Kai, hey Leisha. Hi Chanel. How is everybody?
Hey y'all, sorry, I was packing up my car. Hey.
How's everybody's trading been?
Last week was good.
Last week was good.
Yep.
What were you trading?
I traded DJ last week. I think it might have been Wednesday or
You
Thursday.
sold?
I bought it.
You bought DJ?
Uh-huh.
I did too, Kim. I caught some pips going up.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Okay, okay. And okay, that's great that y'all caught some pips going up. Did y'all are you still in the trade?
No, I'm out.
Okay. Um, all right. Anybody?
I gotta,
Huh?
my new rule is I gotta get out. I'm
You
getting
got
out. I'm trying to flip it and I'm getting right out. That's it.
good. Thank you. Thank you. Especially since it's tapping, as we can see, this is becoming a key level, right? Um, prices come here multiple times. And reacted in some kind of way, but not enough to break any structure. So it's still fairly bullish, right? Let me move that side away. So it's still fairly bullish. I marked these green lines I marked up. Either price is going to, actually it's already past that. So, but it's back up at our zone. There was this a 1 hour order block? There was a 1 hour imbalanced institutional candle that I marked up here that price could come to and either start selling or, but we'll see. Let me put an alert here. So price can break out the zone and either start breaking structure to the downside or break out, pull back to the zone, pull back to this key level and then start pushing back to the top side. I don't know. And I'm saying this because we know that the second push usually has a deeper pullback. Now this did pull back to the 618, not quite the 78, but it pulled back to the key level. So that could be all the pullback that it needs to then continue for the third push. So we shall see what happens once price taps into this, once price taps into this zone here. We shall see, we shall see. If it doesn't break any kind of structure, any of these lows, then we'll continue looking for the buy up to this next zone, which is 400 pips. Wait a minute, did I remove? Hold on, let me just remove. Oh, there it goes. So we're gonna put this as cycle 2. All right, anything else anybody want to look at?
Hey,
Any-
Kira.
Yes.
Okay, I'm still in GJ. I'm gonna still focus on GJ, but I am curious about the UJ sale, UJ buy that Todd was talking about. What are your thoughts? You think it's gonna buy up?
UJ buy. Let me look at it. So I do think it's gonna buy up based on the monthly. How many more days we got in a month? Oh, this is the first of the month.
Yes.
Um, so I do think based off market structure, right? We have this here.
Mm-hmm.
So I do think it's going to push up. And I think it may pull down a little first because we need to look for our peak formation. But let me go down in time frame to see if it's giving us. Okay, so based on the daily, this is pushed up into this order block.
Mm-hmm.
So we have if it breaks above here, I can see the buy. But this could tap into this daily order block and sell down some more, right? Or pull back. And I don't want to say sell down. Maybe it'll pull back and then give us and I don't know how many pips is that. It's like 200 pips. So that's a lot of pips. To not wait for confirmation. So if it pushed up, then I would be looking for a buy. And gave this double bottom. So this would be this would be the zone that I would mark up. Okay. So price is either going to come up here and push back down to here. As you can see, there's an order block here, and then there's an order block here. So it could come and consolidate in this zone for a while. So I would need to see it break above this zone here and then wait for the pullback to buy. Or it can break below here. And let me go back to so it's tapped the 88. It pushed up. So again, it could push back down. Let me see what the 4 hours looking like. There's liquidity here. So there's liquidity here. So price could, and this is on the 4-hour time frame. So price could pull back to this order block before pushing up.
Okay.
Price hasn't even tapped into this imbalance yet. So I would definitely wait for if I would say set a limit at this order block.
Okay,
I would say setting a limit at this order block. But again, this could bounce back down to here, which is 230 pips. If it goes down to here, that's 323 pips. Because if based on this 4-hour, this is our range right here, right?
mhm,
That's our swing. That's our last swing. So based on that last swing, price pulled up to the 78. And price is either gonna continue selling down or push back down to, like we said, this order block here, and then start buying up. Yeah. So I wouldn't be completely in for the buy yet.
okay,
Um, like I said, always just look at your structure. Even if it's just the 4-hour, price would have to break above this swing for me to consider a buy. Or even, yeah, to consider the buy. But based on the 4-hour, there's a 4-hour demand zone that price hasn't tapped into. It has created liquidity here. We have double bottoms here. So
yeah,
it's going to come down and sweep that liquidity. I just don't see where it's I just don't see the buy. I don't see the buy yet. I'm just saying.
right, yeah. And he did mention that he thinks price is gonna pull back first. Um,
But I don't think he's thinking it's going to pull back. I think he's thinking it's going to pull back here and then push up. I
okay,
don't think he's thinking it's going to pull back down here and then push up.
okay,
Because that's 300 pips.
yeah, okay.
So yeah, I would say setting either an alert or a limit at
Yeah, I'm
this
still
4-hour
alert.
block. And then let's see how many pips to the swing. That's 130 pips. That's a lot. Um, let me see something. Let me go to the daily. So it did tap into this order block here. Yeah, I just think it's going to push down based on this daily. We got one push, we got two push. I would be looking for one more push, which is where we talked about right here before pushing up.
I'm gonna set an alert and see what price does.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I mean, if I had to call it, I would definitely say look for the sell. Look for the sell back down to here. Like I said, that's 200 pips. 200 plus pips.
That's for the week.
That's okay. Let me go to the 1-hour. Let me go to the 15-minute. Of course, I would want to see structure, but this could just be given a peak formation. I would want to see price push up here and then break this low and then get in on the pullback to sell back down. That's what I would want to see. Or this peak formation maybe selling back down to here. Maybe it'll come and break up here and then here. So there can be several scenarios that happen.
Yeah.
Let me see, is that a, so we have this order block here, so I'm looking for price to come in. If it doesn't break this high and then starts breaking structure, then we're definitely looking for the sell. Mm-hmm. Trying to see if anything is missing. Yeah, I just see it. Yeah, that's just how I see it. I'm not sold on the buy completely yet, so. So that's UJ. Anybody trading anything else?
No, I'm just looking at those two, UJ and GJ.
And Bitcoin?
Yeah, I'm gonna look at Bitcoin, but I think I'm going to play around with Bitcoin on my demo. I know I am.
Oh yeah.
My demo, just because I don't know how to calculate the
The
let's see,
pip.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I just know that I want to say it is let's say from here to here. I want to say that's 69 pips. 71 pips.
Yeah.
I think it's so this is in thousands. So this is from 58 to 57. Yeah, I think that's around 69 pips. 7.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not big on calculating the Bitcoin pips. All right. Any other questions? Are you all is everybody familiar and up to speed on the market maker cycle? Let me see. Everybody that's on here now, except for Chanel. Chanel is a little quiet. Britt has been out of pocket, so I understand, but Britt is usually pretty vocal. Anybody have any questions on the market maker cycle?
What time frame do you start using marking it up on? The daily?
The daily or the weekly?
I don't think I'm not.
Huh?
No, I was just wondering if you just did the last 4 hours or something like that, because this just seemed like
Kai,
using boxes. I probably was doing it.
Kai, you broke up. We couldn't hear you.
Oh, go ahead and get out. Get out.
You broke up.
Oh,
Is she talking to
give
us?
me
Or
a minute.
Well, she telling somebody else to get out.
My kids out the car. I'm sorry.
Oh. I figured as much.
Yeah, girl, my head's struggling. I'm almost in the house.
Oh, don't struggle. We're here. We're here. So anybody else have questions about the market maker cycle while we wait?
I just need to practice more, Kim. I don't have it down pat,
Oh,
but
wait. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Because I wanted to talk about
okay.
um
The one I did.
mm-hmm. Let me see. It was chart markup, was it? No.
I think it was in general.
It was in general. Okay. So let me pull up the two. So you had the JPX and then you had GJ. So based on, and then you were on the daily. Okay. So based on this chart, you had this marked up as one move,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yes.
But now that this is breaking highs, breaking swings, but then you had one here and then one here. So because we started breaking swings and breaking highs, the next swing should be breaking this high.
Okay.
So whether this comes and gives, hold on, let me delete this one. So whether this comes to give a double bottom here, right? Then you should be expecting price to break above for the second move. Or if it doesn't break and it pulls back some more, then the next move, so say if it pulls back to the 78, right?
Mm-hmm.
We fibbed up here, say if it pulls back to the 78, then the next push should be above this first cycle. So the second cycle is just market structure.
Mm-hmm.
It's just market structure. So this, and then if it pushes back up, and then the next move, say it pulls back, say if this pulled back to the 78, then this pushed up, then this came up here and then pushed back, which would be the next move. Let me, which would then be the next move. So say this one, and then this one up to the -27. Let's just do that. Okay. And then that would be complete. So then if the next move, you would fib whatever that next move is, whether it's from here or whether it's from this key level here up to, so then the next move would be from here to here. So that's how you would mark it up. But because you were marking up these boxes within this cycle, which
Okay.
it either has to break below to create your cycle or break above to create your next cycle.
Okay.
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 So in doing that to if you're looking at or marking up the JPY, So you see how this is going down. And let me use my arrow. You see how this is going down,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then this is going up.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever this is doing, this is going to be doing the opposite.
The opposite. Mm-hmm.
So if price breaks this low, pulls back, and then starts selling, that means that this is going to break this high, pull back, and then start buying.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to use JPYX index as a confluence. So
Yes.
yeah. Okay.
Yep.
I'm going to get those pushes one day, love. I'm going to get them.
You're going to get them. I'm telling you, it's just market structure. It's what you already know.
Yeah.
So for instance, if I'm looking at, say if I'm looking at the last push down, so I might say this is my push down.
Mm-hmm.
Did we get 3 pushes in here already? So this would be, so they say this would be the second push.
Kim, can
Mm-hmm.
you is it possible you can make it one screen so you can like make it bigger?
Oh yeah. And let me do it on the G. Let's see. Okay. Now, mind you, we're just on the index, so we're not trading this, but what time frame am I on? Oh, okay. So if I'm looking at, first of all, we all know that GJ has been bullish for a very long time, right? So since August of 2020. So if we're counting our pushes, this would be my first push. Price pull back. This would be my second push. You see the peak formations. You see the peak formations. This would be my third push. So price pulled back up to this zone. We're in our third push. Price pulled back up to this trend line. So what I would be expecting, especially with this impulse move right here, I would be expecting price to pull back to here, give peak formation, and then start pushing up to these highs. And then this high. I mean, it pull back, then target this high, and then pull back, and then target this high. So with that being said, let's go to GJ. And let's look at GJ from, like we said, we know GJ has been bullish since 2020, right?
I'm sorry, Kim. Can you do it on a clean chart? Sorry for all the noise.
Sure. Let me switch to Elite. GJ. Weekly. Okay. So if I'm looking at marking up my pushes, this would be the first one. This would be the second one. Okay. We're in the second one. We are, if I go down to the lower time frames, we have one. Oh, hold on. This broke. So I'm just going to include all this as my 1. I'm going to push here, 2, and 3, right? So price has pulled back to this demand zone, tapped into that order block. Same thing with UJ. So and price has pushed up here. I'm expecting price to pull back. Same way that the JPY index is up. We're expecting a push down, a pullback, and then a sell. So now we got to push. We're waiting for a pullback to then push back up. Now, is price going to keep going? We don't know, but what we know is we can likely take it up to these highs. Same thing with UJ. UJ, we can probably take up to these highs. Now, price did not, same thing with UJ. Price did not break the low. Price did not break the low. So UJ can keep buying up. Or UJ can, like we say, and GJ, because it didn't break the lows, right? Or it can push up here, give a peak formation, and then start selling back to, because we're in our second push to the 78. And I'm just guesstimating the 78 right there, only because there is orders that have not been mitigated up in here. So if I fib this move, that's our 78. I would be looking for price to push back down to here. That would be a lot of pips, okay? A lot. And then we would be expecting our third push at least up to there. So I'm just going to say from there, at least up to there. Now, based on the higher time frame, this is our swing, right? Price never broke below here. Oh, wait a minute, did it? Hold on. Oh, shoot. Okay, price did break below there. So, with that being said, price did break this low, okay? So now, we're looking for price to push up to, as we can see, 78, 88, to then possibly sell back down to these lows, the -27. Now that, of course, is a major swing trade, but if you're walking, if you're taking the steps and walking through each high, doing your top-down analysis, this is how you should come up with where price is going to be going. And then once it gets there, you analyze where it then may be going from there. So we are in the swing of a higher time frame move. We are in this swing here of this higher time frame move. So we should be expecting price to push up to the 78, the 88, influence with our -27, and then expecting the next cycle to the downside. Does that make sense?
Yes, we're still in the higher time frame swing.
Mhm. And we're on, right now, we're on the third push of the second cycle. So we should be expecting a pullback. Now, I am saying that we are buying because we didn't break this low. We tapped into the 78 or 88, I can't remember. I think it was the 88. But this move up to here can be the next peak formation for the sell down to here. Does that make sense? Because now we have our M here. We're pulling back up to give our second leg of our M to the down, then to the downside, because we're in the third push of our cycle.
Weekly. Yeah, for the middle box, did you feel, how did you feel? How did you feel that?
From this
Okay,
from this low here
from the box.
to
Okay, I'm copying what you're doing and making notes. Okay,
yep.
got it. Okay.
And I know that oh, she's not on here right now. So I know that also Latasha asked about the key levels. It's still the same. It's still the same. So if I was marking up my key levels, so I'm just going to start from where price is now, right? If I were marking up my key levels, the first level where price is would be from here. This would be my first level. And then you have this break here. So I would mark up here because this is the swing, right? And then I can mark up this high here. So right now, price came and tapped here several times. So that made that a key level. Price came, tap, 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 broke out, retested, came, broke out. You see it retested. So that's definitely a key level there. And as you can see, price is now above that zone, that key level. It broke back in, it came back, retested it, and then started pushing to the top side. So what we're now looking for in our trading, let me go back to daily, is either peak formation high or peak formation low, right? So either price is going to push back here to give us our peak formation, and what we would like to see is price break above this high. But as you can see, even on this daily, this is becoming a key level. It's becoming a strong key level. So price either needs to break above here for the pullback, or price is going to push back down to this level, then possibly give your peak formation or pull back a little further, right? And then start pushing up for the continuation of the buy. So either way is, and that's why I'm saying I don't know what price is really going to do right now, just because it is at this level. Again, it's doing the same thing on the index. Pushing up, we see we have this bullish candle. on the index, we have this bearish candle. So I don't know if price is going to pull into this order block right here and then push up and then sell, or and I'm telling you right now, it's probably going to consolidate for the Asian session, right? And same thing here. We might get what did I say? It was a 1 hour order block imbalance, something or another. Right here. Oh yeah, I have my little my alert right there. So there's an imbalance. There's the institutional candle that price never came back to. So price may push up to that zone, or price may push up to, as you can see, there's no wick on here, right? So price could push up to one of these zones, and then start pushing back to the downside. Because this is our higher time frame swing. We have to remember that. And I forgot what was the whole question I was answering. Somebody asked about the somebody asked about the pushes. What was
Yeah.
the question?
No, you were talking about, someone was asking about the levels
Huh?
that wasn't here. Somebody was asking you, how do we still do the levels when we're incorporating the pushes now?
Oh yes. So I still mark up my swing highs, swing lows. I still mark up my key levels, levels of support and resistance. So if price breaks back through here, if it pushes down, violates this order block, pushes down, then I would be using that zone to that zone as my trade. So the zones still are still in play, right? So, or if price pushes here and then starts breaking structure, then I'm going from this zone to the next zone. And because this is the daily zone, there are some zones within here that you can use to trade from one zone to the next. As you can see from right here, price, if you don't want to swing trade it, you want to do more of an intraday trade, that's 800 pips. Get out, take your pips, hit your TP and get out. Plus this is an order block, right? There's an order block here. So price could react, price could come here, and it may not break structure to the downside, but it just may pull back before pushing back up. So hit your TP, take your money, wait for the next move to happen. If it pulled back to, say if it came here and then pulled back to this zone here. Okay. And then you started getting your confirmations here. Then you can take it up your next zone. You can take one trade and trade it back up to this zone for 500 pips, or you can trade it up to this zone. But just know that when you're getting to these zones, we already know price can consolidate for weeks in those zones. So take your money, wait for the next move. Take your money and wait for the next move. And it doesn't have to be every day. Okay? So zone to zone is still in effect.
Yeah, just get in and get out until the peak formation and all that pushing gets
Mhm.
get ready to
Yep,
push out.
exactly.
Yeah, makes sense.
And then that way you're not worried about, that I didn't set my TP and I didn't, I should have gotten out here. Just take your money and trust me, the next move, the market is going to show you the next move, what it wants to do. So yes. And I think the other question was, do I think JPY is going to buy? I do, like I said, and I think I answered that, but I do think it's going to buy, but I do think it's going to pull back before it starts to buy. Now, whether it pulls back from here, there's another little one up in here, or from here, and then push back to give our peak formation. And if I'm looking, that's a zone, but I'm squinting my eyes. I can see where it's touched quite a few places. So this could be a little zone for price to come back to. Price came here and reacted. So price could come back there to give our peak formation. And then you can take it from here to here, just 500 pips. You already know that it's going to keep buying. If you want to hold, you can hold. But if not, then you can just wait for the next move to this zone, 325 pips. And then it might pull back. And then you can just go from there to here. You're going to, because you know how to mark up your pushes, you're going to know where price is going to come back to, and you're going to know where price is going to push to. I'm confident that y'all are going to know. You all know this. Anybody who does not know this? Anybody have any questions about the pushes? Anybody?
Yeah, it just takes practice.
That's it.
Yeah.
And it's the same practice, market structure practice that you're looking at.
But even catching a zone to zone, like you said, those are really good pips too. Really good pips.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. But like I said, I was talking about Gia, but now that you're incorporating the market maker cycle, you know how far this is going to go. You know how far this is coming up. This is coming back up to this zone. And I even told Todd yesterday, because I was asking him a question about because I'm trying to find a way to transfer from like my wallet to my bank account without going through Cash App. So we were talking about that yesterday, and then he started.
Are you on Trade Locker?
I am on Trade Locker.
Okay. Yeah, I need to find out that too.
Well, I'm KOT is what my broker. So that's my wallet. KOT is my wallet.
Okay, yeah.
I'm trying to figure out how to, instead of doing Cash App, like I want it to be a little more, he said he uses Cash App, but because in my head, I'm preparing for this 100K day that I'm gonna have, okay? So I know I can't transfer 100.
Yeah, who wants to transfer any money like that
on Cash App?
Right.
I don't want it. It won't be me, okay? It won't be me.
That's why I said I just got a Cash App the other day. I said, yeah, you can send it through Cash App. I said I'll just wait till it go to the bank. It take like 4 or 5 days.
Yes, I only
I
even.
was like, okay. Well, I ain't gonna pay him all that money, so I'll wait.
Exactly. So, and then Coinbase is the same way. Like it takes 4 or 5 days before it transitions. Now, I think I'd rather do it through Coinbase. I think the max you can receive from, this is my research I was doing yesterday. The max you can receive in your Coinbase is 5,000, but they take a huge chunk of money. Like their fees are astronomical. I would rather pay my bank that fee than Coinbase, but I'm hearing from what I've been researching, the fee to transfer to your bank account is not as much as Coinbase. So if I'm gonna pay a fee, especially if it's going to be less, then I'd rather pay it to my bank than
I wonder if you can even though you don't want to use Cash App, if you can send it through there. But you said 5,000 the most, right?
well, that was on I want to say Cash App, the most you can receive was hold on. I want to say it was 3,000.
Mhm.
Let me see.
I think Todd said he only sent $2,000-3,000 at a time.
Well, I think he only sends less than 3,000 because
Mhm.
anything above 3,000, they'll start reporting.
Mhm.
I don't care if they report it. I mean, I'm gonna have to report because I'm gonna have to report it anyway.
Right.
Because
Right. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Well, how do you? They still gonna find out
yes, they are.
regardless.
Yes,
Yeah.
they are. So, I mean, and I get it. I can send less than, yeah, I don't understand that. But right, because because once it's time to do taxes and I have to provide the interest on my account, they're gonna be like, wait a minute, hold on. Last year you only had $20 on your interest. This year you got $5 million on your interest. So I mean they're gonna find out either way. Like I'm not trying to
You're not gonna try to find like CPA or somebody who does like trader taxes specifically for traders.
I have a CPA
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna ask her.
Yeah, because they said you should be able to get you some discount, especially if they've already worked with traders before.
And from what I understand, I need to transition my trading account over to a business account anyway. I think that's the first thing I have.
Yeah.
So yeah. So but yeah, I was looking into that yesterday. So, but I was saying that I was saying all that to say that I was telling Todd, I said, Todd, because he was like, yeah, it's going to the 50%. I said, Todd, this is going up about 1,500 pips. And he was like, well, we'll see. And I'm like, I think it's going 1,500 pips. It's at least going up to this quarter level at the least. This break right here never got retested, so it's at least going 1,400, 1,500 pips.
Yeah, he said he gonna hold them for 17.
1,700 pips?
That's what he said. To the high.
He said something about the golden zone, buy it up to the golden zone. And I'm like, no, I said, I think it's going more than that. And heck, it might even, so what I'm seeing is this was the liquidity, right? And then started breaking structure to the downside, but did not break the swing. Well, let me, because if Andrew was on here, he'd be like, no, 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 no. Okay, so we know this is the full swing, right? But this is the first internal swing. It hasn't broken the higher time frame internal swing. It has broken this internal swing, this internal swing. This is why I think it's going, we're in our second push. This is why I think it's coming here, giving us peak formation to then sell back down to our 78 or whatever, wherever that's going to take us. And then start buying back up. And then did I say that was the second push or the third push? Hold on. Go to the monthly. Two. And then I think it will push up to here. So I think it'll pull back and then push up to those highs. That's what I think. That's my thought. Oh shoot. Hold on. Let me rethink that thought. Let me rethink that thought. Because this is the move. So this would be the first move. Because this is breaking. Where's Roger? Is Roger on here? Oh, she is on here. Row. One, two, three. Okay. So this is our high. So this may, if this is our high, this may all be the first move. So this may just give a smaller pullback to continue buying. See? The fact that it didn't break this swing. I do think it's going to pull back down here though. I think it's going to push up, pull back down here, give a peak formation, and then buy to the next zone. So he's saying 700 pips. I'm saying 1500. We'll see what happens. Like I said, because I think this is based on this weekly. See now, see now my whole thought just changed. Based on this weekly, this gave a bearish order block, weekly bearish order block. This could pull back to this order, the wicks of this order block, and then sell. We'll see. We'll see what happens. You just need 250. Okay. Because you see this tapped into this order block. It pushed up, but it didn't do anything. It gave this imbalance, price tapped into the imbalance, and then gave a bearish order block. So I think, and y'all know I'm not the swing low, the daily low high person. I would think that price would need to sweep this low first, this weekly low, before buying up. Anybody who knows anything about that, let me know.
Is that your green line, the 50% for the move down?
This right here?
The green line, the
This
one, yeah. Is that the 50%?
Let's see. I didn't, you know, I don't do the 50%. Yep, that's 50%. That's the 50%.
I think it's at least going there.
Wait a minute, but you thinking it's got to sweep this low first and then go up there? Because this is what we talked about. This is what let me see. So from here to here that's 450 pips to be in a buy already. Based on the weekly, we're in a weekly bearish order block. Price has pulled back, has tapped into that candle. Now, price could push up and tap into the wicks of this, because as long as it doesn't break this high, price can tap into this right here and then sell down some more.
And now I'm looking at this like, I don't know if any of you guys are on the call with what's his name? Andrew. And he was talking about how he looks at he was the monthly he was looking at, but he was looking at where it was a doji candle, and he said he would just wait to see what the next candle printed, and if it engulfed in either direction, that's where he would be looking for the trade to go. So if that is something to consider, since we had that doji and then this bearish engulfing, this push up is into that bearish order block to keep selling.
So you're saying look for it to take out the wick, this.
I mean, he just said sell, so I don't know where trade, if he's trading like I don't know how he does his control and all that stuff, but sell would be what he's looking for.
So wait a minute, you're saying because when he gets a doji, and then he's looking for the engulfing candle.
The next whatever engulfing candle prints after, it's like, so if you go to the top of this, go to the top of the move. See how we had that doji candle?
This one right here.
Yep, and then we had the bearish engulfing.
Yep.
He would be looking for it to sell based on the candle that printed after the doji. The engulfing candle. Let me see that. The engulfing candle.
Yeah, I can see this. If I were a candle person, this would be considered the evening star, meaning it came up, it gave this doji, and then it closed below the last bullish candle. And if you mark up the last bullish, which is what? Somebody.
What was it, Kim? You said?
Thank you. I heard it. I heard Kai say it. The institutional candle.
Candle, yeah.
It came, tapped in, and then sold from there. So I can see that. I can see that. So this was the doji. Then this was the impulse or the engulfing candle. So I definitely see it selling down here before it starts to buy. Now, whether it pulls back to here or whether it pulls back to based on what's his name? Andrew. He mark up his double flats or whatever he calls it. Price could come right here and then start selling. So price can either come here or come here and then start selling back down. So with that being said, my thought process that price has not finished selling yet. So this is probably going to keep selling for now. Um, and I would think maybe it'll tap here and then start buying up. Then give the peak formation to start buying up. And of course, if it breaks below this low, then I know for sure that we're going up here. Or even, I want to say even wick below, if based on the weekly, because we know that if we're on the weekly and it wicks below this low, then on a lower time frame, on the 1 hour where I would be looking, a 1 hour to 4 hour, would probably be a closure below this low. Then I know for sure it's pushing up here to then start selling all the way back down. Down to the 78. Did that make sense? And I'm just going to mark up. I would just mark this up as a zone here. And I would get rid of that. And I would pull this over. Okay. So once price swept this low, this low, then I would look for price to break back into this zone and then buy it up to, that would be my first zone. That's 1,000 pips. And then I would look for, based on market structure, to buy it up to the next zone, which would be from here to here, which is 800 pips, 840 pips. And then I would see what happens after that. So yeah, I would be expecting a sell and not a buy. So that's my thoughts. That's my thoughts.
Are you gonna get into UJ, Kim?
Probably not.
No.
No. I'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
I don't think so, but we'll see if it's gonna give me what I need to see or give me what I need to get, then I
Right.
might get in. But my thought process behind that whole thing is GJ and UJ are probably going to be moving almost the same.
Okay.
So, well, it's a little different now that I'm looking at it, but so we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah. We shall see. All right. Any other questions?
No, thanks, Kim.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Kim.
All right, y'all.
Yeah.
Don't forget to post a video.
Thanks, Kim.
I won't, I promise.
See
All right,
ya.
bye. Bye. Mhm.